Hey everyone, Nuno here, welcome back to new Grimoire. So, today's episode we are going to look into expanding a little bit more our downtown, probably connecting the downtown with what we did on the last episode, this new district, which, by the way, I don't remember the name because it's an automatic name. Let's look into it, Briarhand. So if we connect these two, it's kind of like the goal in here. We could also look into a way for a highway interchange in here or connection. I mean, I don't like having too many in here. We could do something way more simple in here, very like basic, maybe a diamond interchange or something like that, something simple, not too fancy or anything like that. And yeah, we could connect this, build more. I can see probably in here a bit more commercial buildings around here in this area, a little bit of maybe low residency or low density residential, maybe row houses, I don't know, continue to expand it. So that's kind of like one of the main focus. There's another one. I think we can and we should start exploring a little bit more the forest industry. We do have in Emerson Hand forest industry. We by unlocking this tile, we also got a little bit more this area. I think we can also build, if we do build this diamond interchange, which I think will make sense, we can also build around here something. I mean, it needs to be something really simple, though. It doesn't need to be too fancy or too high hand. Now, guys, if you do know why I'm not getting any tourists or why we have so little amount of tourists per month. I mean, we had 11, now we have only 4. And we're not even getting anyone from airplanes. We're not getting anyone from, from boats because we're not using boats. We do get tourists from, I think tourists come from trains or by cars or something like that, and then they use our public transportations like trams and subways. Yeah, so I do believe these could have way more. It is attractive, there's attractiveness. It could have a little bit more. There's lack of maintenance. We may not have. I thought we had a park maintenance building. Maybe we do not have one. Or maybe we do around here. Yeah, we do have one over there. I think it's far away. I think we need to build another one. So this is a very interesting area, so we're probably going to do that in here. We do have locations where we can place it. I'm thinking, I don't know, does this have pollution? Well, it has a little bit of noise pollution. I'm not expecting it to be too fancy. Let's place it around here. I don't know how much noise pollution this is going to do, if it's going to be too strange or not. But let's do that. And also, let's just convert this a little bit. Smooth this a little bit more. There you go. And I'm also thinking, because you do have this entrance here, wouldn't it be a good idea to have another entrance? Maybe it doesn't need to be too much, but we can have like another small entrance like here, and it can connect somewhere around here. It's just a small entrance if they want to get in one way or another. So yeah, and this is basically only going to take care of well, I think most locations or in the entire city, but having it so close in here, I think it's going to be better for maintaining these buildings around here. All right, so let's start doing this. Oh, by the way, you probably haven't noticed, but we have a couple more mods in here. I've installed this one, the traffic light junction. I'm not sure I'm going to use it today or for now, but it's something we can have in here. So we have prioritizing lights, I guess, something like that. But I also got this one, the road builder mod. It's on beta testing. There's been a lot of videos out there. I'm not sure I'm going to use it also today, but it is cool because maybe I can come here and change some of these roads, and make them more custom. It's something really nice. I think it's nice and interesting, and it's something that we should look into. All right, so let's go look into expanding these. First thing I want to do is this interchange, because this is going to work for both having a good connection to Briar End, and not just Briar End, because we will eventually also connect Briar End to the downtown. I'm not entirely sure what kind of road we're going to do. Here, there's a problem with water being, this is going down, so it's not entirely flat. So that's the thing you can see in this avenue. It's not entirely flat. It has a wobbling method or way around it, but I think we need to figure this out and find a connection through, I think maybe here, maybe. All right, so let's do this. Let's wrap these things up, and then I'll come back to you guys, and then we're going to fill up all this area and of course build this forest industry. little bit more time than I thought. This one was quick. It wasn't too hard. We just have like these amazing quay wall around here on these kind of like avenue on the river. It's more realistic than, let's say, this one in here, which is huge and not so pretty, to be honest. But it works, and I'm happy for it. Then it means that we have now another connection through the downtown if we want to. We don't have to go all the way here, and you know, it's slightly easier. We also have this interchange connection. I had to buy a new tile in here, which is good. It will allow us to build up more our forest industry. And I had to do this very simple, and I'm placing it under quotas because it is not simple. It took me a lot of time. I do like using roundabouts. I don't know, I think it could become a little bit easier if you have too many cars going in and out to the city. Maybe it's not a good idea. We do have like these traffic lights and all of that. Maybe we don't need these roundabouts, but for some reason I'm letting them stay here. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking into it. It does seem, I mean, this is very steep, I understand, but like I said, here where I live, there's places where the uphill is more than 10%. So if we have like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11%, I think it's still possible to happen in nowadays. Plus I have to play with the terrain if I was going to do something more crazy in here. I mean, this is a game after all. It's not like we need to go on a very realistic approach. I mean, coming in here, yeah, it's steep, but it's, you know, it's a long way. You do have enough time to go up and, you know, do your thing. All right, so now that we have done the connections that were missing on the last episode, I think it is time, first of all, I kind of want this to be, this is interesting, isn't it? I think I have to remove snapping, because otherwise it's gonna be more complicated. I guess that's, wait, come on, mate. You want to go like this, is definitely overlapping in here. I kind of want to have more of it around here, but it is complicated. So just add a little bit more of this, which, yes, they're kind of overlapping, but that's fine. I mean, it's okay. Well, in here, on the other hand, let's go and just change. I think what I want to do in here, and because I think it is possible, we're now going to build this other district, and I kind of hate that snapping is snapping to something else, but you know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that. For some reason, I am okay with that. And it's overlapping over there. I do not want it to overlap. But, you know, if it wants to overlap, let it overlap, and that's fine. So here's the thing. We are going to build all this area in here for the forest industry. It's going to be a new district. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't need to be perfect, by the way. I'm not looking for it to be perfect. What is called Sheffield Glen. Okay, I'm okay with that. Sheffield Glen, and a new district here in this city. Let's do an upgrade to the school, by the way. It is completely full already, which is kind of like, okay, it was something expectable. So let's upgrade it. And now that we have done the connection, I think before going anywhere, because we did buy 2 tiles. I mean, tile upkeep is not too bad. I mean, we're not overloading ourselves with tiles. I think we are going to, first of all, build our industry, our forest industry. We do have paper factory that requires 10 forestry areas, hubs. We only have 3. I think we are going to go as many as we can in this short area. That is kind of like the goal here. So let's go to forestry. I think we don't need that. First of all, I think I want to build one around here that is going to take control of this first area. So 1, 2, I think 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can go with 7 new forestry buildings around here. That should be, hopefully this should be fine. So let's just place it. It's going to take a little bit of time if I go place it manually and talking. So I'm going to speed this up and be back when it's done. Here we have Sheffield Glen with 7 forest industries. So this is just fully extracting forest trees. We are definitely going to be overflowing with the amount of wood we'll be creating and exporting in here. I think it makes sense. We do have in here a very dense forest by nature. I did place a couple of trees in here, higher trees. I don't know. I think it does make a little bit more sense in this section because it was a smaller plot of land. So I thought, why not? Adding more trees in here should be fine. Some of these businesses will have a lot of jobs. 32 jobs in here. These one 18. Some of them will not have that many jobs also. How many in here? 8. In here, 6. In here, 14, 8. So depending on the amount of the area, it will have more jobs or less jobs. Still, I'm happy with that because it did allow us to unlock the paper factory, which we could very well build it. Well, it's a huge building. And I think we have to think about future development of our industrial areas. I'm thinking we have this amazing area in here. We should also think about exploring and thinking about it for sure. It's not entirely flat. We can flat it out. We do have like an airport here, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. We do have road connectivity that could be easily done in here. I don't see any problem at all by doing it. We could go, we have a runabout and it could connect to these other industrial park, which, by the way, I think it kind of makes sense in its own way, but it's something we need to think about later on. I don't think it's going to be for today's episode. In fact, I think what we're going to do now on today's episode, now that we have built our forest industry, and I don't think we're going to explore anymore the forest industry. I don't even know if this is going to last long. This is a new area we are exploring it. Sheffield Glen, I don't know, it feels natural in here because you do have natural trees around here. The same way that looking here at Emerson End also feels natural. You do have like a couple of forestry areas in here, you know, so it always felt natural in here, and it does have good jobs, good amount of jobs in these smaller buildings or small. There's only 3 in here if I'm not mistaken. So, but they're big. They have big areas. And I'm happy for this area, in fact. But eventually, what may happen in the future is that some of these locations will probably start being developed for something else. I mean, Emerson End was a temporary situation. You have trees. You know how it is in real life. Sometimes you have a business, but then there's a need for expansion of the city, and they just destroy those businesses, or they just end those businesses and they start new ones. So, with that said, I think what we want to do now, and looking at issues that we have a couple of high rent issues. It means that probably we need more lower rent buildings, which we may add around here. I don't see it as a problem. In fact, I think it's something we're going to explore before finishing today's episode. And I think I want to fill this area in here. So I do have demand for commercial. I do not have demand for medium, so that's okay. Medium density residential demand, it's very low. I do have demand for commercial. I do not know if I am paying. No, I'm not paying for lodging. It's crazy why it's not happening. Maybe there's a reason why it's not happening. I'm not entirely sure what the reason is. Now, here's a couple of things I want to do. This area in here, I see it perfect. And I mean perfect for commercial buildings. I'm not going to go with high density commercial. I'm going to go with small density commercial buildings. I think it's perfect for many, many reasons. But I'm not entirely sure what sizes of lots I should be building. I think I'm going to try to go with some big lots, but I'm not going to place them all in here. I think we have to use parking lots. I'm not very fond of... I think I'm gonna go with, for instance, once in a while, once in a couple of... and it should be more on the flat areas, for instance. I think, for instance, look at here. I do like maybe having a parking lot like almost beneath this bridge. It feels good. It does give enough room for people to park around and do it. I think I want to do the same thing in here, so I'm going to park through there. So we have, like, these are small parking lots. It doesn't need to be too big. We are not... Are we allowing... Let me check. Are we allowing parking in these streets? Yes, we are. People can park in the street, so it's not much of a problem if they need to park. But we also provide parking lots because we want to. So we are going to build a couple of commercial buildings like that. I don't want them to be too big. Probably they're going to be too similar to each other. But I think I'm okay with that. I think I am okay with that for reasons that I cannot truly explain. I think even here in this area we can have like small commercial buildings around there. But the main goal is to fill this up, not just... I mean, it doesn't need to be... Can we place plazas? Yeah, I mean, it does not need to be only commercial buildings, you know. We can also have, and let's remove snapping from here, we can also have like a plaza in here, like in this corner, which is kind of strange to place businesses or anything like that. We have like a small plaza, and we can have like a commercial building in here and another commercial building in here. In this case, it's 2 of them. We will definitely start adding... and I think commercial buildings in here do make more sense for the fact that, you know, they don't need to be too big. I'm okay if they're not big. I just want them to be, you know, interesting, at least. I don't know why this one is not working, but I don't mind having that gap. I think in here we can have all this area for commercial. We will not have as much demand for commercial as people may think, but there's going to be demand. There's going to be demand, yeah. We will use the surface tool also to kind of, you know, just kind of bring in a little bit more these, yeah, these gardens in here, so it feels more natural to have these around here. So it's more natural. It fits more naturally with the landscape. I do like that. We will also have walking paths around here. I do not want this to look like that, but I don't mind it if it's connecting close. I don't want... Here's the thing. I do not want... like that. I prefer it like this. Yeah. And I don't mind it going up here and eventually... This is the only thing I'm kind of not... I don't want to have that, like, this crossing around here. So what we can do is, after we place this, we can always remove the crossing by selecting crosswalk and remove it from there. I do not want that kind of crossing there, and we can have other kind of buildings around here. It doesn't need to be all the time. Oh, this one in here is perfect. You do have this walking path. I don't mind having it as a crossing here. No, I do mind having a crossing in here. Sorry. I did destroy something. I have destroyed something in here. That has happened. I have no idea what I have destroyed, or even why. What happened? What happened here? There's no road connection? Are you crazy? There's a road connection here. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to move you. I'm gonna move... Dude. Let me move you around. Something happened here, yeah. Oh, look at that. It created some kind of key around here. So, here's what I have to do. This is interesting. So I have to remove the key. Supposedly. Right, it's supposed to remove the key. Does it have to do with the fact that this is land? Land in here is not flat. Could be that. Could be that. Sorry. I think I may have made worse. Oh, I'm flatting. Dude. I'm such a close. Can I do it like that and decrease this? Increase the capacity in here and just say, hey, dude. For some reason, this has just become unusable. I have no idea. What happened here? Just because I placed a walking path? It makes no sense. For me, it definitely makes no sense. And it has to do with the fact that I have added that. Okay, so I need to do it like this. So here's what I'm going to do. I need to do this small fix because I do want this to be like in here, kind of like beneath that area. For some reason in here we have like a small bridge. Oh, that's cool. Looks good. I don't mind that. And now we can connect this through here. Look at that. That's not bad. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. It's all cool. It's all good. And then we can add a couple more commercial buildings like we had before. Probably they're not going to look like too good, but it is what it is. And now we can have like a couple of trees around here. Let's fill this up with trees. And we're going to use a brush. We can use these two young and mature kind of look. And we're going to use a couple of... Let's decrease the brush size. Let's have like a couple of apple trees, hickories. I don't mind having a couple of spruce. I don't mind having this more or less like that. I do feel like London. Also, why not a couple of London if it's possible to add them. I don't dislike it, so let's have this in here. A little bit of Icaries if it's possible, and let's make these facing front in here a little bit more nice looking. You know, it's not gonna be 100% perfect. I'm not expecting this to be a perfect park. We're just placing some trees that it eventually will look good with the style of you know, area we are building. It doesn't need, like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect. We can have like a couple of Icaries in here, a couple of spruces also. I do like having those in here. And it fills these gaps that were empty and now will definitely feel a lot more fulfilled. It doesn't need, they don't need to be perfect. I think that's how it looks more natural. It's because it doesn't, it's not perfect. It's not like, oh, it's a perfect feeling. And I think by doing this, we definitely have a more beautiful facing front in here, you know, with these area. We're also gonna go with cultivated bushes in here, a little bit of them around here. It's fine. Maybe I could go more in the line of having these bushes around here, but you know, it's fine. It's I mean, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that for a slight second. Let's go and just place them like this, so it looks. Well, I don't want this one in here though. Oh, come on, come on. I have to remove you. Can I? Yeah, I can remove you. Yeah. Overall, it's not perfect, but it's starting to have that fulfilling feel in here. Oh, we have furniture, we have chemicals. Does it has anything to do with the fact that we are having that we have like a lot of raw materials for chemicals and petrochemicals, and now with the amount of wood resources in here, they're probably just focusing on the businesses that we have more content. What is happening right now? We don't have demand for. Okay, unemployment is not too high, so it seems like we do not have demand for any kind of housing other than high density, and we're losing people. We are losing people. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add these high density, low rent buildings, because I think that's what we need. Right now, I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be like the main focus. We're gonna build these high density, low rent. So these are 5. I'm gonna go with these 5 to 5. I don't think we will have any demand for the next for anything else. I mean, there's jobs. There's a lot of jobs, but I don't know. It feels like we still need to work up more our demand, and I need to check unoccupied buildings. Okay, something is happening here in the city. Do we have? Oh, bollocks! What happened? Power station overloaded. Oh, I completely missed that. Why is it overloaded? It does seem to me like we have energy here. It's just over here it's not getting enough. I think what we can do is we do have this graveyard in here. Maybe it's not perfect, but I think maybe we're going to build. I'm gonna build this in here. And bear with me what I'm gonna do. So before I finish, I want to fix this. Okay, I want to fix this temporarily. It's not gonna be perfect, but this will help these guys out. Our power line, can we use power lines in here? I think we can. Do we have? because we are using, we have 1, we have 2. Can I use, for instance, from here? I think I can come from here. I don't think that this is gonna go and create like a, maybe it will create it like that. Let me look. Can I create a high voltage? Yes, I can. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have another high voltage here. And this, what's this gonna do is we're gonna grab from here and we're just gonna go and push it uphill. I mean, 3%, that's fine. I'm not even gonna worry much about it. And it's just gonna go right next to the highway. I'm not even gonna make it looking perfect or anything like that. I'm just gonna go like that. And then we're just going to pull it here and then just connect it like that. And hopefully, will this fix? Yeah, it will fix. So that's what happened. I mean, there's a reason why things happened. The demand was going down because of that. We didn't have power. Hopefully that was the reason. Because we just, Briar and just crashed all the energy we had. So it's kind of complicated. We only having one geothermal plant, but having these relays going around could help. We do have a little bit of crime here. So this is definitely going to screw up the plan I had for the next couple of episodes, where I was going to grow up, expand our city in many way different ways. We do have like a lot of high rent in these locations, so yeah, sorry for that. We are building here low rent buildings, so eventually this is going to fix, I'm hoping. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Quite a couple of interesting things that happened, but I'm happy with the way the city is growing up and it's looking. And I hope you guys also are enjoying it. Next episode is going to be a really big challenge, because plan was expanding our, I was planning on expanding our, houses. I was thinking about doing like a lot of neighborhoods, expanding neighborhoods to this section in here, for instance. Well, I'll have to think on something else. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. It's always welcome, a comment, if you have anything to say. And I hope to see you guys on my next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.